the morning on the fan. Sports Radio 66, WFAN.
Driving here by limo.
Yeah.
From the Archdiocese. Good morning, Cardinal O'Connor.
Good morning and God bless. The winning numbers in the New York State Lottery is as follows.
I like it when you get right into the numbers and skip all the extraneous comments that we don't need anyway.
No. You look terrific on TV, Imus Lamar.
Oh, thank you, Cardinal.
I said horrific, you hairball. Get the miracle air fixed. Nice manly shot of you jogging, boy.
Well,
you look like you were lumbering over to the drugstore for your AZT pills, be Jesus. Oh, be Jesus, watching. I thought surely any minute now we'll see a gerbil come tumbling out of your shorts for crying out loud.
that'll be enough out of
sun-dried sissy, The Daily. Do you ever survive a nuclear meltdown, Imus Lamar?
Just do the number.
Daily number. 683. Ask you this, Imus Lamar.
What?
Why do you think McCord's hair is singed?
Well, I don't know.
And why does he smell a lighter fluid?
I don't know.
I'll tell you why. David Duke won the primary, and McCartney's boy were out celebrating by setting a couple of homeless winos on fire. Over on the west side they were. Hey. Not right, McCord.
Hey, come on.
Don't get enough jollies turning over those Jewish tombstones here.
That'll be enough now.
The win 4 number. 7836. Well, now that he's officially on the payroll, Imus Lamar.
Pardon me?
Now that he's officially on the payroll.
Oh.
Let me join the chorus of voices opposing Clarence Thomas's appointment to the Supreme Court.
Oh, okay.
Think it sends out the wrong message to the country, boy.
Do?
Saying it's okay for black men to be grabbing up our white women, Jesus.
Well?
Don't support no jungle fever judge. Make you sick it would. The pick 10 numbers is as follows. 1, 2, 8, 12, 13, 15, 21, 25, 32, 39, 43, 45, 47, 48, 59, 67, 70, 72, 74, 78, and... Well, we'll leave it at 78. Go on ahead now.
Hey, what a surprise about Spike Lee's dad being arrested, huh?
A black man doing heroin, be Jesus. Who the hell are you interrupting, boy?
I don't know.
I'd come in there and smack you, and I'd probably get arrested and charged with mutilating a corpse. The mummified-looking maggot, you.
I think that'll be about enough.
The big jackpot this Saturday night, Imus Lamar.
What will that be?
Be several $1 million as well.
$7 million?
Which does them along and why?
All right, which does them along and why?
Which does them along and why?
Fine.
A, a video of dead dogs.
A video of dead dogs.
B, a still picture of half-full bedpans. C, a profile of Imus Lamar. Which of them along and why?
Well, obviously a profile of Imus in the morning.
Wrong, you two-legged tumor, you. Well, it's now clear that ABC could get the same national TV ratings by airing any one of the 3 aforementioned for 15 minutes. The answer is A. The dead dog video doesn't belong, because unlike the other 2, the dead dogs aren't full of shenanigans. Jesus, move along. You sick, you would, boy.
That's, thank you, John Cardinal O'Connor.
I'm out.
It's, yes, you are.
Bastard,
It's
you.
23 happening.
Imus in the morning.
Happening Gene Kirkpatrick.
Can you imagine President Mario Cuomo?
Yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Wait a minute.
Imus in the morning.
A Connecticut magazine, so maybe you could be on the cover like a New Jersey magazine, Howard, huh?
You're so lame I can't believe it. Give me a Kevorkian machine. I want to kill myself.
What's the matter?
What's the next magazine you're going to be on the cover of Imus? Advocate? I-95. Oh, is your radio station named after a road? Oh, wow, my size. What's your radio station named after, the Hershey Highway? Homo!
I don't think that's necessarily the light shot. I mean, don't you have your own program to do?
Yeah, but nobody's listening.
I think a few people are.
Well, not me.
Right.
Robin. Jackie, wake up, Robin.
It's 7:44. 16 till 8 o'clock.
The station.
Shut up.
Ooh, baby.
By the way, Rob Bartlett will be on with Scott Muni this afternoon, speaking of other...
Meow.
It's time for...
Imus in the morning.
Washington senior political analyst Richard M. Nixon.
Yes, and thank you so much. Imus in the morning.
Wait, why are you facing away from me?
Well, I don't want you to see my Halloween mask yet. I want to surprise you.
Fine, turn around.
Okay, here Here you go. How about that one, eh?
That's a Richard Nixon mask.
Great, isn't it?
No, but you are Richard Nixon.
I know. See, I whip off the Nixon mask and ta-da, it's really Richard Nixon. Can you stand it? Here, I'll put it back on. Get this. I am not a crook. Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Now then, Dono, let's get down to cases here.
Good.
Issue 1, the Democrats and the White House. Among the latest to enter an increasingly crowded and intriguing field, Tom Laughlin, an actor who played Billy Jack, and Jerry Brown, a time traveler who chewed loco weed, bathed at the moon, and played governor. Jesus, no wonder the Democrats are praying that Mario Cuomo will run. At least only his kids smoke dope. I mean, the Democrats have got to be about as glad to see Jerry Brown as the Republicans are to see David Duke down there in Louisiana. By the way, you know how you tell you're in Louisiana?
No.
The levers in the voting booths are axe handles. Issue 2, the Imus Cuomo conversion. Now, what's that all about, huh?
Well,
You've got more political swings than a damn gym set, don't you?
Well,
endorsing the world's most frequently undeclared candidate? A guy who thinks the domino theory is a pizza recipe?
Oh, wait a
Aye,
minute.
man, come back to us. I tell you who I'm thinking of endorsing, by the way.
Huh?
Wilt the Stilt.
Right.
A fellow who followed my philosophy exactly. He f***ed the entire country, and so did I. I mean, if everybody voted for this guy who he says he had sex with, then he wins by acclamation, in my view. 20,000 women? But then he did perfect the slam dunk, didn't he? The stilt on the stump. Unless, of course, he's worn that mother down to a nub at this juncture. Issue, whatever.
Yeah.
Bess Meyerson mugged in Moscow. Call me a hopeless cynic, I man, but I don't think so. I'm thinking that after she made a pass through the duty-free shop, they tackled her because she made the damn metal detector go off like a fire drill in a bell factory, you know? They probably had to unload her with a f***ing forklift, for crying out loud. Issue 4, maybe?
Yeah.
Who knows? Who cares? A thought for fast food industry employees. How about an automatic no charge for anybody who's standing on line, muttering to himself, and wearing fatigues with a Rambo knife strapped to his calf? Good policy? You bet. And finally, Dono, just so you'll know, this is what I'm actually wearing for Halloween right here. Just let me put this on. There we go.
You're putting a condom over your head?
Is that a metaphor or what? A condom over the head of Richard Nixon. It just doesn't get any more accurate than this.
Imus in the morning.
Political pinhead Richard M. Nixon.
Good to be here with you once again. Imus in the morning. Issue 1 today, I-Man.
Right.
One that I will increasingly focus on. The campaign for the job that, quite frankly, I think I should still have. The presidency of the United States.
All right.
The bastards. Oops, sorry. I don't know where that hostility is coming from.
No.
But I'd like to address that concern in regard to an individual who's suddenly become the darling of the national media. Mario Cuomo, your governor here.
Right.
Now, attractive as he appears to be at ground level, J.D., I'm uneasy about the deeper man. And let me tell you why.
All right.
You see, I've had considerable experience in assessing personalities during my many years of government service, and I sense a darker side to the pleasant person we've all admired in those homespun TV ads for New York State.
Right.
Speaking with simple elegance about the state's grandeur as he casually tosses and catches a ripe red apple.
Right.
What we fail to see is him suddenly grinding that apple into the face of the fellow who asked him to do another take. Now, what does that legendary Cuomo irritability mask?
Well,
Certainly, given recent events, it's valid to ask the question.
Well,
Look at what we learned of Clarence Thomas, for example. Respected jurist on the one hand, a stag party in a robe on the other, eh? Or the Congressman, Barney Frank. Now, were we aware that he was out greeting the fleet on weekends?
No.
No, we weren't. Not to suggest that Mario Cuomo is, by the way. Let me be perfectly clear about that.
Good.
But something is out of whack here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he may be up there in Albany wearing salamanders in his shorts, for all we know. And after that Pee Wee Herman body blow, nothing would surprise Dick Nixon. Would you even blink if you opened the paper tomorrow to a screaming headline that said, Marilyn Quayle heads witches' coven, counts Taylor Lupica among devotees?
No.
If it's me, I glance at it and turn to lotto numbers. Everybody has a dark side, Dono.
Yeah.
Some are just more malignant than others. Take Ted Kennedy, senior senator from Massachusetts, Judiciary Committee member, stunt driver on the Super Dave Osborne show. Did you know that?
No.
Of course not. Look at your dark side. You're an unreconstructed jerk, and you've got Alzheimer's disease. Did you know that?
Did I know what?
See? Or Nina Totenberg, journalist, schmuck. Father Bruce Ritter, what a surprise, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Off the streets, then under the sheets.
Yeah.
Or Geraldine Ferraro, senatorial candidate, cross-dresser. Oh, sure. Why do you think they call her Jerry? huh?
Well.
Hey, I based a whole political career on the principle of dark side duplicity.
Yeah.
So, vote for Cuomo if you will, J.D. That's your democratically guaranteed prerogative.
Mm-hmm.
But just don't come whining to Dick Nixon if they catch this guy dancing around a tiki torch in the Oval Office, spreading dwarfs on Melba toast. Dick Nixon isn't going to want to hear it, okay?
Right.
And that's opinion, my man. Senior political analysis from a senior political analyst, the President of the United States.
No, you're not the President of the United States.
Oh, what am I then?
Well, you're not the President.
Well, then what am I?
Well, you're the former President.
Well, then what are you?
Well,
I know I am, but what are you? Huh?
That'll be fine.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. Hey, kids, want to see this?
Imus in the morning.
Hey, how come you don't give me gifts like I give my guests when they do my show?
How come Dan Rather, one on Arsenio, didn't go on your show?
Hey, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, it's not like anybody who watches Arsenio can read. So Oliver North's making a lot of noise lately. Have you heard this?
Mm-hmm.
Doing the rounds, all the talk shows.
Right.
And he's alleging not only that George Bush knew exactly what was going on during the Iran-Contra mess, but also that, according to him, Ronald Reagan was absolutely clueless. Hey, stop the presses. We got a news flash here. Ronald Reagan didn't know anything was going on. Hey, have you been following this suicide doctor thing?
Yeah.
Did you see this in the news?
Yeah.
Apparently, this Dr. Kevorkian is causing quite a lot of controversy because he invented a suicide machine to help terminally ill patients end their lives.
Right.
Actually, he's not the first physician to help kill his own patients, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Doctors have been doing it for years. Except they don't use a machine. They just give them something that immediately stops their heart. They call it their bill. Hey, big scandal about one of the old classic TV sitcoms, The Brady Bunch.
Oh, really?
Ooh, did you hear about this?
No.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, they should have called it the Oedipus Bunch because it seems that Florence Henderson, you know, the actress who was a mom on that show, she dated one of the kids who played her son. I'm not making this up. Here's the story of a slutty lady. Wow, is nothing sacred? Next thing you know, we'll find out Beaver Cleaver's mom used to hump Mr. Ed.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
You know, there's some new allegations being made against former President Harry S. Truman.
Oh, really?
Apparently, there's now evidence to suggest that Harry was a racist.
Really?
Boy, drop a couple of atom bombs on some Orientals, right away they call you a racist, huh? By the way, I'll be at Bonkers on the 19th, Lunatics on the 20th, Insanities on the 21st, and Totally f***ing Nuts on the 23rd.
Imus in the morning.
6:42.
Yeah, it's just a shame you couldn't close your eyes and keep them closed. Want you to sleep forever?
I don't think you want to
What
say.
the stupid baseball? Gee, I'm shocked to find out you're a wonderful person. God, really? You should put that in the newspaper. Better headline. Imus isn't a pussycat. Wow. Stop the presses. Hey, you got a real hip guest, huh? James Stewart? Wow, you really get all the big ones, huh?
Well,
What are you going to do, ask him about It's a Wonderful Life? Talk about Harvey? Of course he's anti-Semitic. Everybody hates Jews.
wait a minute, you're Jewish.
Yeah, I hate them.
It's 18 after 7. Mike Breen continues.
NBA preseason is over for the Knicks, who beat the Spurs in San Antonio last night, finishing the preseason with a 5-3 record.
You a basketball fan, Howard?
Oh, yeah, I love watching tall Negroes.
That'll be enough.
Pat Riley received his first technical as Knicks coach in last night's game.
Oh, wow. What a shame.
7-18, Mike Breen, WFAN Sports.
Imus in the morning.
The Hard Rock
On NEWFM, by the way.
on this fine Rocktober morning. That was the Buckinghams, Kind of a Drag. And speaking of drags, with me is Dono,
Wait a minute.
the I-Man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, nothing I like better than trying to do a radio show with this Methuselah hanging over my shoulder. Why don't you go home, watch a tape of Primetime Live again, huh?
Well,
What's the count up to now, about 500? What, you think it's going to end differently? You wear out the tape, you're going to look better? Hey, that reminds me. Cover story in Newsweek, How Dinosaurs Lived. I'm assuming they got an eyewitness account from Bill Wyman. Man, 55 years old.
Gee, that's got to make Charlie Watts, about 90? And Keith Richards decomposing. Speaking of decomposing, wish we could decompose McCartney's latest effort, the Liverpool Oratorio. For those of you who find Muzak a little too demanding, Paulie's in town promoting the performance at Carnegie Hall, a classical piece of roll over Beethoven. Of course, I play his records every day. You think he'd stop by and say hello? No. Why? Because they sell hamburgers here at the Hard Rock. Of course they sell You want sprouts? Go to Planet Hollywood. By the way, enough with these celebrity restaurants, okay?
Right.
Good thing they weren't that much in vogue years ago, though, huh? I don't think the Karen Carpenter rib joint would have done too much business.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you had a place, didn't you?
Yes.
What was that like, huh?
Well.
Only pasta salad and mineral water on the menu? Waiters standing by your table screaming at you about how fat and stupid you are when you're trying to eat? Gee, I'm shocked that place went out of business. Well, of course, it's Country Music Month.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to celebrate, but I plan to knock out a few teeth and have sex with a blood relative. Here it is, Rocktober, and as of now, the Judds are still on their farewell tour. Are these two broads ever gonna quit? How long does it take to say goodbye? Speaking of goodbyes, Kenny Rogers is back in Gambler 4 on TV. Tying up all those loose ends from the first three, I guess. Of course, this time out, he's got Minnie Pearl's daughter with him, Reba McEntire. The only gamble you have with old Reba is if you decide to play in her band. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and when to take the bus. Right, Rebe? Coming up, Steve Miller, big old jet airliner.
Oh, good.
Imus in the morning.
They should have kept their pants up with a piece of twine, but because they're swine, they pulled the twine.
Imus in the morning.
Man, mahalo aloha. How you doing, okay?
I'm fine.
You happy? Have a good time, everybody? Okay. Hey, mahana karuna niki niki kalea mahala la kurukunu muna e anaka kahane ni, which is Hawaiian for may the folds of your neck hold everlasting happiness, okay? Hey, listen.
Yeah.
We have a trapper girl out here a couple of weeks ago for her honeymoon. She coming to Luau. And she get it right there.
Let me ask you this. Hang on a second, Don.
Sure.
Should Don sound like he's what? Well, like he's Korean? Like he's saying, you know, how
Same thing.
Huh?
What's the matter? You think there's like a Hawaiian accent or something?
Well, I mean,
Korean and drunk.
Huh?
so, you know, light starts,
Like
heavy starts,
Tojo?
what?
Hey, come on, you know, one hooky me, who knows? You know?
That's what I mean. I think you got to work on this a little more and call back.
How's your pineapple, okay?
Mike Breen continues. Vikings shut out the... I don't think so.
Don who?
NHL? That was.
Pat LaFontaine scored a goal and 2 assists in his Sabres debut as Buffalo beat Hartford 5-1.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
I thought it was a new character,
It's not a new character, is it?
obviously.
No, it's an old character with a new name. That's all.
Well, that's kind of the way it works, isn't it?
Well, no.
We killed Joe Pepitone, Meckham's got Muni.
8:20, Mike.
I'm in the morning.